So we are on ground zero, India, Pakistan. That's what is loading. And I'm joined by Boria Majumdar. Boria, how does it feel finally to be here and counting down to the day?
Yeah, and it's interesting, isn't it? I mean, you take this water body, we'll show you. Behind us is the Indian team hotel. This is the Pakistan team hotel. So all that separates is a water body. Take that as the Wagah border and you are in the middle of it. But yes, incredible. Yesterday, since landing at the airport, chock-a-block. People queuing up to take SIM cards, full. The taxi driver and the tuk-tuk driver tells you, we will get you wherever you want to go for free, give us a ticket. That's what you want. Sri Lanka will not host an Olympic Games ever, but this is their Olympic Games. It's like, it's it, right? I mean, the mega spectacle, what an occasion. And now you understand why they wrote that letter. Tourism, hospitality, the ecosystem, it should happen. And I'm glad that it's happening. Very pleased for Sri Lanka that they are hosting it. But yes, I want the Indian team to now land.
You know, I've been talking about people in the government from yesterday until today. They are saying that if this is a success, then they want to see India host a 2036 Olympic Games and Sri Lanka become the training ground for the athletes.
Very logical because you know, that's, if you read the IOC Reforms Commission, it is no longer a cities games. And if South Asian geopolitics allows multi-country cooperation, why not? But as I said, I mean, this is a grand spectacle from the airport. You know what I was very happy about? There was about 300 people in front of us at the immigration queue. It got done in 20 minutes. Even in that SIM card place, there were a couple of hundred people there. It got done in 15 minutes. So there is a lot of efficiency.
Very efficient.
Exactly. And that you must praise. That we've been to Europe. We've seen Heathrow, how bad it is. We've seen Paris, how bad it was. And then you come here, you must talk about these things. But India, Pakistan, almost everyone is a cricket tourist.
Absolutely.
You can understand that. There are security guards, even security, Rika, in this hotel. Staying here, you go through multiple checks. No one is doing it excessively. People are smiling. They're saying what you need to do. You listen to them. And by the way, I don't know if I should say it, there's a beautiful Labrador which is guarding this team hotel, and the Labrador is called Brutus. I don't want to say more.
That's a really interesting.
His name is Brutus.
It's interesting nugget, and our Indian friends should hear, given the kind of security, given that Pakistan is here, India is coming, there's heightened security, but there is no excess. That is something our Indian friends really need to hear.
100%. There is no excess, because if you come to this hotel, you know, there are 2-3 checks, but that's it. People will smile and say, just put your metal items down, go through the... No one is pushing you or harassing you or doing anything. I've been very, very pleased. Since yesterday, no problems, but Brutus is... Someone says he's an Indian plant. We didn't say it.
Well, I don't know whose plant it is. Let's get talking on a little bit of cricket. The reason why we are here. The Pakistan team...
Isn't it ironic? India and Pakistan will both practice on Valentine's Day back to back. Yeah. 2 to 5 is Pakistan, 6 to 9 is India.
Perfect Valentine's Day, isn't it?
Perfect Valentine's Day. It can't get better. Someone needs to go and give
present
a flower. That's it.
Maybe one of our friends will do that.
You volunteer.
From the Indian contingent.
Headline, Rika Roy presents Mohsin Naqvi.
I don't know. Please don't give that headline because I am not volunteering. Let's see what happens. Beyond politics, cricket is what we are here for, and you know, we are all looking forward. And one of the interesting things is that Pakistan didn't practice for the last couple of days. They were resting. Do you think, you know, when it comes to South Asia and all the talk around India, Pakistan, normally one would think that the players are worked up, the players would want to go out and train. But do you think this is kind of a Western philosophy, Mike Hesson being their coach, asking them to detox, rest it out, not think about the big clash? How do you read into it?
See, they are training on the 13th and 14th. They're training tonight between 6 and 9. They're training on the 14th between 2 and 5, which I think is enough. They played a match a couple of days back, which is intense training in any case because you're going out there. So I don't think they've done badly. I did bump into a number of Pakistan players, Sahibzada Farhan and Fahim Ashraf. They looked okay. They didn't seem overcharged. They were playing with their phones and all. Also, there were a couple of people at breakfast today. So Pakistan hasn't looked bad. This is their best advantage, that they've been in Colombo. Exactly like India had in Dubai. They have 1 extra practice session at the Premadasa. India will have 1, they have 2. They have obviously acclimatized themselves with the conditions here in Sri Lanka because they've been here since the 2nd of February. So this is their advantage. The fact that India is a better team is known. This kind of nullifies that better team advantage to a degree and settles it for Pakistan. If they don't win this one, despite this being in Sri Lanka for 2 extra weeks, then God help them.
Well, we don't know whether they can repeat 2022. And
This is their chance. Honestly, if there was one game where Pakistan kind of starts on an equal keel, is this one. Because of the fact that they've been in Colombo. Otherwise, this Indian side is too good for them if you start on a level playing field.
okay, I'll have to ask you about one Pakistani player who's been really talked about in this World Cup, Usman Tariq. Yeah. My colleague Vimal has been, recounting Tariq pe Tariq. Tariq pe Tariq. Is the Indian team going to talk about it as Tariq pe Tariq?
I don't think so. I have that stop-start action and the stuff. I mean, Ravi Ashwin did that at one point. Riyan Parag did it at one point. Manoj Tiwari did it. Kedar Jadhav did it. So it's not as if we've not seen this. Yes, that extra pause, that's kind of different. But with this scrutiny, with the backroom staff showing you what you need to do, I think India will not worry too much. And the rest of the Pakistan spinners, Shadab has looked pretty ordinary to me. Yes, he got a couple of wickets. Abrar again, India mastered him at the Asia Cup. So when I look at that Pakistan attack, Tariq included, and look, he's 29. If he was that great, he wouldn't have had to give up cricket and watch Mahendra Singh Dhoni to make a comeback. So all of this stuff tells you that he's pretty ordinary. Yes, there is a hype around it, which is adding to India-Pakistan. But someone who is cutting his teeth in international cricket at the age of 29 cannot be an extraordinary phenomenon, because then we would have seen him in the past. So I don't think India will worry too much about it. India's quality, let Pakistan worry about India's batting. Tariq pe Tariq ek do padega, to ho jayega.
What about, what happened in Delhi, what Erasmus did? Would Pakistan be closely watching that?
100%. Anybody will, that you try that trajectory, you try that option. But again, Bombay was a wake-up, Mumbai was a bit of a wake-up call. You understood that you don't play that kind of cricket or slam bang ball one cricket in every situation, every condition. So you have to kind of adapt. So India will know that this is coming. And knowing Gautam Gambhir, they will be ready. Gautam Gambhir and his team will be ready. Surya will be ready. This Indian side is capable of adaptability. I don't see that not happening. So honestly, if India plays to its strengths and plays it well, I don't see this problem.
And what about Abhishek Sharma? Do you think he'll turn up for the game? Because that's a question that everyone's asking now, Abhishek.
Yes, and from what I have been told, that he's available. Whether or not he'll be 100%, I don't know. But even if he's 80 to 90%, he should play. Because look, you have a Netherlands game. He's qualified. Your next Super 8 is on the 22nd. You want to rest? That whole week you can rest. Pakistan matches the final before the final. And I'll give you a story which I said to a couple of my colleagues some time back. Tendulkar, 2003 World Cup. 98 of 78 against Pakistan, lost a lot of salt, body fluids, really, because there was a lot of heat intensity. After that match, he had diarrhea because of this. If you lose a lot of blood, body fluids and water. Tendulkar, ahead of the Sri Lanka game, did not feel well, was very unwell, much like Abhishek Sharma, gastric issue, etc., etc. Played with tissue paper in his underwear against Sri Lanka, scored a 97 and made India win. That's what a World Cup does to you. This is another World Cup. This is Abhishek Sharma's platform. Pakistan, huge political build-up. You have a Tendulkar example in front of you.
Would anyone be telling this Abhishek Sharma this Tendulkar story to Abhishek Sharma?
This is the story. That Sachin Tendulkar did exactly this in 2003. If you want an example, I mean, come on, there's no better example than Sachin Tendulkar to follow. And you are going through the same thing. You had a tummy issue, he had a tummy issue. He had diarrhea, you had something similar. You were on drips because that guy lost a lot of salt. Exactly the same. And 20 years back, medical treatment was not as advanced. You have all of that. Do it. Tendulkar batted with tissue paper in his underwear. You go and ask him. We've written about it partly in Playing It My Way. He didn't want to reveal all. But this is exactly what happened in the 2003 World Cup. I think Abhishek Sharma has an example to follow.
Okay. Chinks in Pakistan armor, chinks in Indian armor.
Big problem for Pakistan is Babar Azam. If Babar Azam plays 25 balls, he'll make Pakistan lose. I mean, we want him to go and bat 25 balls for 25. Come on, that's not T20 batting. That's nonsense. Against that United States, if you watch his first 25 balls, he scored 23 balls. He scored 25 and then he attacked that one over of Harmeet. We've got no problems with such approach. Go try it against an Indian side, bat 4 overs for run a ball. No problem. Second problem with Pakistan, Shaheen Afridi. Shaheen Afridi at the top of the order isn't picking wickets. 4 overs for 42 against the US. Shayan
And
took
his
him to.
head is turning a lot.
Shayan Jahangir took him to the cleaners. Shubham Ranjane literally launched into Shaheen Afridi. Problems for Pakistan. Problem for India? You haven't really seen, even after 6 overs 90, you got to 210, not to 250. So your wickets have fallen in a bit of a heap. Rinku is a problem. Rinku hasn't really looked the part for India. So I think the Washington option will be considered. I also think the Kuldeep option will be considered given his record against Pakistan. So whether or not India goes the Asia Cup template of 4 spinners or at least 3 spinners will be a call that the Indian management will take.
Korea, finally, could you tell the viewers as to how, the set that we are in right now is the set that really separates the Indians from the Pakistan, and behind us is the Indian team hotel where they will be parked for the next few days.
Correct. So you can see that. That's the hotel. That's the Indian team hotel. This is the Pakistan team hotel. 4 or 5 teams are staying here. And there's a water body. Just that's what separates it. You take a U-turn, you land up in the Indian team hotel. It's 5 minutes. So that's what separates the 2 teams. I'm calling it the Wagah water. So that's our name for this particular water body. Tremendous. I mean, this area, beautiful, great for food, great for culture. Indian players go for a walk, they'll bump into Pakistan players. Trust me. Whether or not anybody gives anyone a rose, Rika and I are not taking it.
And despite all the buzz, all the frenzy, I can tell you it's the calming waters of the Indian Ocean that is an overwhelming sight. Thank you very much for joining us.